The third and final truth about our life purpose is that we don't have to quit our day jobs to operate in them. So even though how tempting it can be most times to want to quit our jobs, if it's God's purpose for us in these seasons for you to stay there at your job and learn those valuable skills, then you need to stay there, because later you're going to be able to apply those skills to whatever the next thing God calls you to do. So I still work a 9-to-5 job, and I've been actively pursuing my purpose for over a year, and it's still not paying me consistently enough to leave my job. When we position ourselves to do things the right way, or to do this the right way with God, it takes time. We're going to have to learn how to be patient and just enjoy the growth process. During the process, God is going to shed off some things from us, like old mindsets, habits, or anything that is going to get in the way of our growth to handle success. So as He sheds, God is also going to build us up. This is why it's important to stay connected with God during these seasons of pruning, because in due time, He builds us back up greater than we were before. And personally, what I've found helpful, or personally what I've found by staying and working consistently at my job through showing up each day, it has only helped me to become more consistent in other areas of my life as well, like my side business and this podcast. And the last thing is that we all have the same 168 hours a week. Do you think that if you leave your job, you'll have more time to focus on your purpose? So some of the unique changes of 2020 that occurred in my life, it was able to help me to start 2021 out with a fresh start to my life. So back in April of this year, 2021, I was working 2 jobs. I had just moved into my own apartment as a single young adult. I was building my clothing brand, and I was also starting up my YouTube channel again. And I was basically starting my life over at this point, and I still managed to dedicate time towards my calling. The point is that when we are actively walking in our purpose, still having a job isn't a bad thing. We just need to learn how to manage our time better. When we're young in our journeys, having a job gives us something to fill our time with, and it creates that level of commitment and urgency to build what God is calling us to build. And what I mean by that is, if we think we're going to have more time to work on our callings, or for some people our businesses, by quitting our jobs, we won't. You'll have more time, but that doesn't mean you're going to be more productive with that time. So when a lot of us tend to have a project to complete before a deadline, what do? We procrastinate, right? So when we still have a job, it creates more of that urgency to get things done, like I just mentioned. So in this season, don't pray away your job, because God is using it to grow you into your fuller potential. It just takes time. So as you grow over time, eventually I'm sure that whatever God is calling you to do, surely He's going to bless you in that and open up streams of income in that.